Hi, my name is Cynthia Hanna. I'm a biblical educator, author, and host of the Holy Land in the Holy Text podcast. And I came here to share with you something incredible that's happening right now. The showdown that we're seeing between Israel and Iran, what we're living through in this moment, it's not just geopolitics, it's not just coincidence, it's prophecy that was written over 2,400 years ago in the biblical text of Megillat Esther, the Scroll of Esther, and it's coming to life before our own eyes. You don't need to take my word for it. You can Google Megillat Esther English translation and see for yourself, but I'll give you a quick summary of the events, okay? The Megillat Esther tells the story of the holiday of Purim, which was written about 500 BCE, and it talks about the time of the Persian king Ahasuerus, which historians refer to as King Xerxes I. And he ruled the largest empire of that time, spanning from India to Africa. Now, the Jews, even back then, had already been exiled for the first time from the land of Israel after the first temple's destruction. And in the Persian capital of Shushan, we learn about Esther, a young Jewish woman who ends up being chosen as the queen of Persia. But under the guidance of her uncle Mordecai, she's told to hide her Jewish identity in what really could be history's first covert Mossad operation. So, in Shushan, in the story, we learn about an anti-Semitic official named Haman, who was a descendant of the Amalekites, the sworn biblical enemy of the Jewish people. And he sees that Mordecai refuses to bow down to him in honor. Now, Haman becomes consumed by hatred and convinces the king to approve a decree permitting the genocide of Jews in the kingdom. When Mordecai finds out, he tells Esther, "This is why God put you here. This is why you became queen, to save your people." And acting like the good Mossad operative that she is, she tells the king, exposes Haman, and the king orders Haman to be hung on the same gallows that was built to kill Mordecai. Yet, an original decree from the king can't be revoked, so Esther gets the king to write a new decree that the Jews are now allowed to fight back and defend themselves. So instead of being killed, the Jews killed their enemy, approximately 75,000 of them, as written in the Megillat Esther. So fast forward to October 7th, 2023, when the modern day Persia, Iran, tries to exterminate the Jews once again, deploying Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and even threatening nuclear warfare. But just like ancient times, the modern day Haman plan implodes. In just a short while, since that awful, horrible day, we've taken down almost all the enemies who tried to destroy us. We dismantled most of Hamas's terror capabilities and threats, although we're not done with them just yet. We brilliantly defanged Hezbollah with the beeper operation, pinpoint precision attacks, and we eliminated tens of thousands of missiles that threatened our very existence. And soon after that, Iran's ally in Syria, Assad, finally fell from power, giving us what was really unthinkable 2 years ago, a strategic airspace corridor that our Air Force can quickly, easily, and really kind of freely strike Iran, the modern day Haman and their nuclear factories of death. And what's crazy is that even the most conservative prediction thought that war with Iran would be the most difficult, timely, and deadly endeavor. But what Israel did in 48 hours in Iran, and eliminating their top generals, destroying their nuclear plants, army bases, defensive batteries, is something that the much larger Russian army couldn't even achieve in 3 years in fighting Ukraine. And so, yes, our enemies scream and shout, Allahu Akbar, but I don't see it. It doesn't look like God's helping them. It seems like God's on our side. Because, let's be honest, it's not just because the Israeli Defense Forces have brilliant military strategy. They do. But this level of precision, this level of success, it's not statistically probable. It's not natural. It's biblical. It's the hand of God, fulfilling his promises and prophecies that were written not only in the Megillat Esther, but across the biblical text. spoken by almost every biblical prophet, including Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Amos, and others. And if you're watching this right now and you see that God is protecting his people Israel, then you're in on it too. And we need you. We need your support. We need your light because we are few in numbers and the other side is much larger and louder than we are. So we need everyone who's able to see what's really happening right now to help expose the darkness to light, because it's not over yet. We're waiting. We're waiting to bring in the final Geula Shlema.